can share the silence, finding comfort together the way old friends do. And after fights and words of violence, we make up with each other the way old friends do. Times of joy and times of sorrow, we will always see it through. Oh, I don't care what comes tomorrow, we can face it together the way old friends do. Share the silence, finding comfort together the way old friends do. And after fights and words of violence, we make up with each other the way old friends do. Times of joy and times of sorrow, we will always see it through. Oh, I don't care what comes tomorrow, we can face it together the way old friends do. We can face it together the way old friends do. The kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and happy fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. Try to remember when life was so tender that no one wept except the willow. Try to remember when life was so tender that dreams were kept beside your pillow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong. When I'm tired and weak, I could search this whole world over, you'd still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever loved someone just as I love you? Can't you see that I'm sorry for each mistake I've made? Can't you see that I've changed, dear? Can't you see that I care? Be a little forgiving. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you'll know why I ask you. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Can't you see that I'm sorry for each mistake I've made? Can't you see that I've changed, dear? Can't you see that I care? Be a little forgiving. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you'll know why I ask you. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? passing an orphan's home one day. I stopped there for a moment just to watch the children play. Alone a boy was standing, and when I asked him why, he turned with eyes that could not see, and he began to cry. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child. I'm like a flower just growing wild. No mommy's kisses and no daddy's smiles. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child. People come for children and take them for their own, but they all seem to pass me by, and I am left alone. I know they'd like to take me, but when they see I'm blind, they always take some other child, and I am left behind. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child. I'm like a flower just growing wild. No mommy's kisses and no daddy's smiles. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child. Mommy's arms to hold me or soothe me when I cry. Sometimes I feel so lonely here, I wish that I could die. I'd walk the streets of heaven where all the blind can see. Then just like all the other kids, there'd be a home for me. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child. I'm like a flower just growing wild. No mommy's kisses and no daddy's smiles. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child.
My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a pennyweight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick tock, tick tock, his life seconds numbering. Tick tock, tick tock, it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick tock, tick tock, his life seconds numbering, tick tock, tick tock, it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. And it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died.
Beside you through the years, you'll only cry those happy tears. And though I make mistakes, I'll never break your heart. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. I swear, like the shadow that's by your side, I'll be there. For better, for worse, till death do us part. I love you, every beat of my heart, I swear. Give you everything I can. I'll build your dreams with these two hands. We'll hang some memories on the wall, and when there's silver in your hair, you won't have to ask if I still care. As time turns the page, my love won't age at all. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. I swear, like the shadow that's by your side, I'll be there. For better, for worse, till death do us part. I love you, every beat of my heart, I swear.
long time ago, when the earth was green, there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. They'd run around free while the earth was being born, and the loveliest of all was the unicorn. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Now God saw some sinning, and it gave him pain. He said, stand back, I'm going to make it rain. He said, hey brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo, and take some of those green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, don't you forget my unicorns. Well, Noah, he was there, and he answered the call, and he finished making the ark as the rain started to fall. He marched in all the animals 2 by 2, and he sang out as they marched through. Hey Lord, I've got some green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn, I just can't see any unicorns. Then Noah looked out through the driving rain. The unicorns were hiding and playing silly games. They were kicking and splashing while the rain was falling. Oh, those silly unicorns. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees. Noah cried, close the door, 'cause the rain's just falling, and we just can't wait for those unicorns. Well, the ark started moving, and it drifted with the tide, and the unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried, and the waters came down and kind of floated them away. And that's why you'll never see a unicorn to this very day. But you'll see green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you'll never ever see no unicorn.
Married back in 42. They were young and love was new, and every day the feeling grew between the two of them. Work was scarce and times got bad. The hope would chase away the sad. Hope was sometimes all they had between the two of them. The 50s came and the 60s went. The mortgage now replaced the rent. They made the most of each day spent between the two of them. The children all turned out just fine. Then he retired in 89, left with oh so little time between the two of them. Today I braved the graveyard rain and placed a rose between their names, for that's the most that ever came between the two of them. Though I miss them both so much, his crooked smile, her gentle touch, the pleasures of just growing up between the two of them. Though I miss them both so much, his crooked smile, her gentle touch, and the pleasures of just growing up between the two of them. My door, the leaves are falling. A cold, wild wind will come. Sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. Oh, I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we've begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone. I go out on a party and look for a little fun, but I find a darkened corner, 'cause I still miss someone. Oh, I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we've begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone. It's just a mother's way to worry through the day about every little thing, like falling off a swing when you are out at play. The years slide quickly by, the summers seem to fly, and then you're moving on. You break out on your own, but you don't see her cry. For a while she hides behind a smile, but then her eyes reveal she worries still today. Understand, a little tenderness will go a long, long way. And now the years have flown, she's sitting all alone with all her photographs and memories of the past. She's glad when you come home. For a while she hides behind a smile, but then her eyes reveal she worries still today. Take her hand, show her you understand. A little tenderness will go a long, long way. For a while she hides behind a smile, but then her eyes reveal she worries still today. Take her hand, show her you understand. A little tenderness will go a long, long way. A little tenderness will go a long, long way.
Tis well I remember the day that I was born. 'Twas on a cold and frosty winter's morn. The doctor said I was a pretty chap, and the nurse she threw me up upon her lap. washed me all over, I remember. And when she powdered and puffed me, now you see. Then she laid me in the cradle by the fireside, in the little short me mother made for me. Then she washed me all over, I remember. And when she powdered and puffed me, don't you see. Then she laid me in the cradle by the fireside, in the little shirt me mother made for me. Well, the first day I got on me knickerbox, sure I thought it funny after wearing frocks. I looked a perfect picture, so they say, and they sent me out to roll and romp and play. But I didn't like the trousers I was wearing, so in the street I took them off, you see. Then I started walking home right bright and airy, in the little shirt me mother made for me. But I didn't like the trousers I was wearing, so in the street I took them off, you see. Then I started walking home right bright and airy, in the little shirt me mother made for me. Now the first day I went on me holidays, out on the briny ocean I did gaze. I thought I should get in for a swim, you know, so out on the briny ocean I did go. All the girls on the beach at me were staring, and some were taking snapshots, now you see. 'Twas a very good job for me that I was wearing the little short me mother made for me. All the girls on the beach at me were staring, and some were taking snapshots, now you see. 'Twas a very good job for me that I was wearing the little shirt me mother made for me. The little shirt me mother made for me.
Say goodbye, my own true lover, as we sing a lover's song. How it breaks my heart to leave you. Now the carnival is gone. High above, the dawn is waiting, and my tears are falling rain. For the carnival is over, we may never meet again. Like a drum, my heart was beating, and your kiss was sweet as wine. But the joys of love are fleeting, like Pierrot and Columbine. Now the harbor light is falling, this will be our last goodbye. Though the carnival is over, I will love you till I die. Like a drum, my heart was beating, and your kiss was sweet as wine. But the joys of love are fleeting, like Pierrot and Columbine. Now the harbor light is fallen, this will be our last goodbye. Though the carnival is over, I will love you till I die. Though the carnival is over, I will love you till I die.
Painted sulphured smoky tops on cardboard boxes from the shops, and parts of Arncoats where I used to play. And I'm sure he once walked down our street, for he painted kids with no shoes on their feet, and the clothes he wore had all seen better days. And he painted matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs. He painted kids on the corner of the street that were sparking clogs. Now he takes his brush and he waits outside those factory gates to paint his matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs. They said his works of art were dull. No room, old lad, the walls are full. But Lowry didn't care much anyway. They said he just paints cats and dogs and matchstalk men with boots and clogs. And Lowry said that's just the way they'll stay. Now canvas and brushes were wearing thin when London started calling him. Come on down and wear the old flat cap. They said, tell us all about your ways and all about those sulphur days. Is it true you're just an ordinary chap? And he painted matchstalk men and the matchstalk cats and dogs. He painted kids on the corner of the street that were sparking clogs. Now he takes his brush and he waits outside those factory gates to paint his matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs. Now Lowry's hung up on the wall beside the greatest of them all. Even the Mona Lisa takes a bow. But this tired old man with hair like snow told northern folk it's time to go. The fever came and the good Lord mopped his brow. And he left us matchstalk men and the matchstalk cats and dogs. He left us kids on the corner of the street that were sparking clogs. Now he takes his brush and he waits outside the pearly gates to paint his matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs. And he left us matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs. He left us kids on the corner of the street that were sparking clogs. Now he takes his brush and he waits outside the pearly gates to paint his matchstalk men and matchstalk cats and dogs.
Being here is being where I want to be. I don't suppose you'll ever know how much you mean. And for all of the heartaches we've been through, I know that I could could not forget my time with you. I'd much rather stay, but I'll be on my way and never again see you smile. For all that it's worth, I'd move heaven and earth to just reminisce for a while. There was a time I had the will to carry on, but I let go, even though you're what I want. It could have been to keep you warm when I was gone. I never knew that near to you's where I belong. I'd much rather stay, but I'll be on my way and never again see you smile. For all that it's worth, I'd move heaven and earth to just reminisce for a while. Stay, but I'll be on my way and never again see you smile. For all that it's worth, I'd move heaven and earth to just reminisce for a while, to just reminisce for a while. When you lie in your bed, running dreams through your head, now and then think of me. Spare a moment or two for the love that we knew, now and then think of me. And I'll keep you apart from the rest of my heart, above every feeling that I've ever known. One love reigns supreme in my castle of dreams. In my heart, dear, you stand alone. Only one, there's one and only one, you'll see. Only one heart in all eternity. And darling, you're the only one for me. When you take from the past all the memories that last, let me know, I'll be there. Don't let time tick away every very sweet yesterday. Let me know you still care. Through sunshine and rain, through laughter and pain, I'll carry the flower of the love you have sown. There'll be others, I guess, but I'll always confess, in my heart, dear, you stand alone. Only one, there's one and only one, you'll see. Only one heart in all eternity. And darling, you're the only one for me. There's one and only one, you'll see. Only one heart in all eternity. And darling, you're the only one for me. Yes, darling, you're the only one for me.
Now in this town there is a bar where you can have a late night jar as long as you have money enough to pay. But when you hear the late night knock, the only sound's the old bar clock, 'cause Sergeant Murphy's out to catch his prey. Drink up your jars, no after hours, that's what you'll hear the sergeant say. But when the sergeant's gone, sure the crack it still goes on, and we'll be drinking here until the break of day. The sergeant doesn't touch the beer, he only came to town last year and vowed that every pub would close on time. And at the meeting in the hall he made it clear to one and all that late night drinking he would undermine. Drink up your jars, no after hours, that's what you'll hear the sergeant say. But when the sergeant's gone, sure the crack it still goes on, and we'll be drinking here until the break of day. The sergeant tried and tried again, but all his efforts were in vain, for never a late night drinker could he find. And as the nights went slowly by, the sergeant he would sit and cry, his will to catch the drinkers had declined. Drink up your jars, no after hours, that's what you'll hear the sergeant say. But when the sergeant's gone, sure the crack it still goes on, and we'll be drinking here until the break of day. So the next time that you're in our town and Sergeant Murphy can't be found, check your watches, is it after hours? For the sergeant he became immune, and now he plays a different tune. Now good old Sergeant Murphy's one of ours. Serve up more jars, more after hours, that's what you'll hear the sergeant say. For the sergeant he has turned around, the latest drinker in the town, he's drinking here until the break of day. Serve up more jars, more after hours, that's what you'll hear the sergeant say. For the sergeant he has turned around, the latest drinker in the town, he's drinking here until the break of day. He's drinking here until the break of day.
Would you lay with me in a field of stone. If my needs were strong, would you lay with me? Should my lips grow dry, would you wet them, dear, in the midnight hour? If my lips were dry, would you go away to another land, walk 1,000 miles through the burning sand, wipe the blood away from my dying hands? If I give myself to you, will you bathe with me in the stream of life? When the moon is full, will you bathe with me? Will you still love me when I'm down and out in my time of trial? Will you stand by me? Would you go away to another land, walk 1,000 miles through the burning sand, wipe the blood away from my dying hands? If I give myself to you, would you lay with me in a field of stone? If my lips grow dry, would you wet them, dear? Would you wet them, dear, in the stream of life, in the stream of life? When I'm down and out, would you lay with me in a field of stone? If my needs were when they told me that Ireland was heaven, I said that's where I'm longing to stay. Then an immigrant voice said that's my land. If you please, sir, I'll show you the way. When you see smiling faces that greet you with the céad míle fáilte a stone, when a candle burns bright in the window of a cabin with only one door, when you see the moon rise over Valetta, when the golden sun kisses the sea, then you're on the right road, sir, for heaven, for it's heaven around Galway Bay. In the church on the hill, in the moonlight, you might hear a sweet angel voice sing. She's the angel whose heart I might gladden when I give her my old clattering. When a lady who smiles so divinely at the sound of the bell stops to pray, just to say to her, God save you kindly, and to heaven she'll show you the way. When the old-fashioned lady who greets you says, come in, sir, you're welcome to stay. Then you're on the right road, sir, for heaven, for it's heaven around Galway Bay. It's heaven around Galway Bay. Lonely I wander through scenes of my childhood. They bring back to memory the happy days of yore. Gone are the old folk, the house stands deserted. No light in the window, no welcome at the door. Here's where the children played games on the heather. Here's where they sailed their wee boats on the burn. Where are they now? Some are dead, some have wandered. No more to their homes will the children return. House now, and lonely the moorland. The children have scattered, the old folk are gone. Why stand I here like a ghost or a shadow? It's time I was moving, it's time I passed on. don't feel good. I'm weary, Lord, I'm weary. I don't even know if I last another mile. All my sweet dreams have faded long ago. Good times never find me anymore. I've been on the road, living free and easy going, shifting from town to town, drifting with the wind. Oh, but Lord, I'm tired. I'd like to settle down. I don't want to see another town. In the city, when your spirit's feeling down, life is just as lonely as any other town. Now I realize I've seen them all before, and I don't want to see them anymore. I've been on the road, living free and easy going, shifting from town to town, drifting with the wind. Oh, but Lord, I'm tired. I'd like to settle down. I don't want to see another town. The highway, I'm coming for a ride. The first time in many months, I know just where I'm going. And by tomorrow, everything should be alright. 'Cause honey, I'm coming home tonight. I've been on the road, living free and easy going, shifting from town to town, drifting with the wind. Oh, but Lord, I'm tired. I'd like to settle down. I don't want to see another town. No, I don't want to see another town. Against the dark, stand upright and make your mark. Do your best wherever you may be, and shine your light for me. Long ago, when I was just a boy of tender years, my father told me life's a road joy and tears, and as you travel, you must choose between what's right and wrong. Remember, sin is giving in. For heaven's sake, be strong. Shine your light against the dark. Stand upright and make your mark. Do your best wherever you may be, and shine your light for me. As I grew beyond my teens, the world began to press. My father's words began to fade, lost to selfishness. And after years of walking down the wrong side of the track, to shine like gold on everyone I can. I changed my ways and did my best to right the wrong I'd done. I settled down, and in a year God blessed us with a son. Now he's nearly 9 years old, learner on life's way. He wonders why not a day goes by he doesn't hear me say, shine your light against the dark, stand upright and make your mark. Do your best wherever you may be, and shine your light for me. Shine your light against the dark, stand upright and make your mark. Do your best wherever you may be, and shine your light, shine your light. Do your best wherever you may be, and shine your light for me.
If the whole world stopped loving the way you stopped loving me.
Have you ever stopped to wonder what kind of place this would be if the whole world stopped loving the way you stopped loving me? If every heart was broken the way that you broke my own, and the whole world stopped loving, how long would living go on? Hear the church bells in the steeples as they ring their songs through the air. If the whole world stopped loving, there'd be no steeple bells there. The tears would fill the rivers till the rivers flooded the sea. If the whole world stopped loving the way you stopped loving me, if the whole world stopped loving the way you stopped loving me.